Hey guys, Josh Reese here with another glorious take. Appreciate you guys for liking this video, finding this video, subscribing to my YouTube channel, and also following me on Twitter at Mr. Joshua. But today's glorious take is not about the Rockets. It is more about the NBA in general. And I just wanted to stop all the negativity about the NBA's rest problem. It really isn't a problem for average Joe fan, average Jill fan. Nobody really gives a crap. In fact, people are probably a little bit happy if LeBron James is not playing said team, especially in a playoff race like that. It just means that your team is going to get an easier win. The people that are really upset by this are the networks, and that is why you're hearing so much about this. It's because of the networks, and the networks are really pushing this out there that it's really that big of a problem. It should not be a problem about rest. In fact, that's good things for the networks for the rest of the season. When these teams are in the playoffs, you're going to get a better LeBron, a better whoever else that is resting. Better Tim Duncan, last couple years when Greg Popovich would rest anyone and everyone on his team. But the problem is because these last couple weeks you've seen these marquee stars resting on big prime time games. And that is freaking all these networks out. You can't tell me we're going to schedule a game with LeBron James and the Lakers in a marquee matchup and LeBron James isn't going to play? That's complete crap. You can't tell me we're going to have the Warriors against the Spurs, a potential playoff matchup, and then nobody plays except bench players. That's complete crap. Well, the Spurs didn't rest anybody. The Spurs had legit injuries. Marcus Aldridge had a heart thing, and Kawhi Leonard had concussion. So the Warriors did rest everyone. But that is the main reason you're hearing all about these problems. I don't want to hear about, LeBron only gets one chance a year to play in this market or wherever. Go watch him on TV. Seriously, watch him on TV. Watch him every single other time he plays on TV. There's so many LeBron games on TV, it's not even funny. So if you're telling me you're missing a chance to see LeBron, that's your own fault. That's not his fault. So a lot of people locally here in Houston, as we kind of try to tie this together with the Houston topic, James Harden the other day said he's a baller, he's going to ball, and he knows that Mike D'Antoni is going to come to him about resting. And that's fine. He's a young guy. He's still 27. But when he gets to be LeBron's age, he's getting up there in age, he might think about resting a little bit more. So props to James Harden for not wanting to get any rest right now, but eventually that's going to come into play. So we need to slow the roll on there's a rest problem. And the other take that you're hearing now with this rest problem is that we need to shorten the NBA season. There's way too many games. Way too many games. Well, first of all, that will never happen. The NBA will never shorten the season. They make way too much damn money. The NBA is not going to shorten the season. It's not going to shorten the games. So when you look at this rest problem, the way to eliminate the rest problem is really expanding the season. I know no one wants to hear that. People are like, they play too many games as it is. The season lasts forever. The season does not last forever. It does last a while, but it's not forever. The easy way to do this would be to add 2 weeks on to the start of the season and then 2 weeks on to the end of the season. It just means you play a little bit later and you play a little bit earlier. It's pretty simple. You don't expand one single month and you have so many more games. You don't expand game-wise. You just expand a couple weeks here, a couple weeks there, and then bam. You eliminate back-to-backs, which are the biggest problem in the NBA. The most you're seeing players rest are on back-to-backs. You don't just see guys randomly. You don't see guys often just randomly rest on a Tuesday night after they've had a 3-game stretch where they've done nothing. The biggest problem in the NBA is the back-to-backs. And they've started to eliminate some of that, but they haven't eliminated all of it, which is this problem. Back-to-backs is where you're seeing most of these rests, and back-to-backs are where you're seeing all this problem. So a solution for that, eliminate the back-to-backs. pretty easy. You expand the season, back-to-backs are gone. Pretty simple. But if the NBA does not want to do that, the NBA could also just schedule another game at the same time one of these primetime matchups are going on. And instead of having, where Kyrie Irving, LeBron James, and Kevin Love are sitting, you could have another matchup that same day where potentially someone else is not sitting. You don't have to have these crappy matchups on TV. The NFL has the lovely thing called flex scheduling. Flex another game in there. It's pretty fucking simple. I just dropped an F-bomb. See what you made me do, NBA? Jesus, you guys bring me just to my boiling point. Whew, it's amazing. So it's really simple to eliminate all this bitching that you're hearing. Make the season longer. Add a week on here or add a week on there. Get rid of the back-to-backs. There will be far fewer rests. Far fewer. Schedule a secondary game, a third-dairy game, a fourth-dairy game. Give yourself more options than just having one matchup to where it's the only thing the NBA world is talking about. Yeah, that's cool. Where if you're having this great matchup between the Spurs and the Warriors, yeah, that's cool. Where that's the only thing on, but you run into problems like this when a team decides to rest its players. So whatever, NBA, that's on yourself. You can fix this. It's pretty easy. But I wanted to also kind of mention the biggest problem in the NBA is not rest. The bigger problem is more tanking. You have so many teams tanking. That is more of the problem. You've got very few teams that are just outright resting people. It's pretty much just the Spurs, the Warriors, and the Cavs. Those guys are really the only culprits of this rest. There's far many more teams that are outright tanking, and that is more of a disease in the NBA. A couple years back, you had the Philadelphia 76ers, who were on a massive, I want to say it was like a 25-game losing streak. That's insane. And now the lights just kind of dimmed here. So now it's a little bit darker. Hopefully you can still see me a little bit. Oh, here they come back on again. But anyways, I was looking just recently, and I saw two teams that were really, really bad at this. Of course, we all know what the Lakers are doing right now when they're sitting Luol Deng and Timothy Mozgov for the rest of the season to get a look at younger players. Really, they're just trying to secure that top 3 pick, which is a problem. But also, you're seeing this with you're seeing this on other teams as well. The Suns are also resting players for the rest of the season to get a look at younger players. Eric Bledsoe not playing another game this season. That's a problem. And Tyson Chandler not playing another game this season. That's far greater of a problem than anything else that these contenders are doing. You're having guys sit and rest and not play for a length of period of time so they can get a better draft pick. NBA, don't worry about your stupid rest problem because it's not a problem. Worry about teams that are tanking and really just putting nobodies out there. Don't worry about LeBron James taking a game off here and there. Screw you. That's not a problem. Worry about these teams sending out D-League squads night in and night out just so they can get a better pick. That is a big problem in the NBA. And I don't want to hear another word about this rest problem until people start talking about the other bigger issue, which is outright tanking. That's a bigger problem in every sport, the NFL, the NBA, and not really a problem in Major League Baseball. But you do see that a lot in baseball too, where guys will just they won't play the rest of the season just so they can get a look at younger players. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this topic. But it's just been such a hot button issue lately. So many people polarizing. Oh, LeBron James should be criticized so hard because he's resting. Oh, that's awful. No, he shouldn't be criticized for that. You should be criticized for thinking. You're thinking about criticizing LeBron. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this topic. I appreciate you guys for all giving this a watch, a listen. However you're doing this, thank you. Feel free to like, subscribe, And follow me on Twitter at Mr. Joshua. Guys, I'm going to bounce. Today, I'm doing this on a Wednesday. I'm about to head off to the rodeo. I have no clue who is playing tonight. I got these tickets through work. Very excited. Should have some very fun rodeo memories after this. Guys, appreciate you guys for giving this a listen, and we'll bounce back with another topic coming soon. I don't know what the hell we're talking about, but it'll be fun and exciting. Adios.